So, first thing about shadow meld is if the enemies are aggressive and we are shadow melded, assuming they're not too much of a higher level than us, they'll walk right by us. So it's kind of like a stealth ability. Rogues have a stealth ability that lets them walk around. Thing with us is if we move, it breaks, and that means enemies will come. These enemies aren't very aggressive, so they're not going to do much. There is another use, which is, well, reasonably recent, I guess. It never used to be there a long time ago, at least. But another use for it, which I'll explain in a minute. At the moment it's on a cooldown, which means we need to wait 2 minutes before we can use it again. It can come in handy, particularly its other use, which I'll talk about in a moment when I'm able to show you. If you're sort of wondering what I'm doing, other than killing enemies, I'm slowly making my way through to the next area as I'm going. So yeah, we just bounce around and kill these enemies. Pretty easy. You can see that they've got 55 health. I'm only using basic gear, if you're wondering. I haven't bought any equipment. This is a brand new character, a brand new server that I'm playing on. So no reason why you can't do pretty much what I'm doing. If you're looking at the types of damage that I'm doing, if you're a hunter, it's going to be the same for you. Or better if you've got better equipment or something. But certainly shouldn't be any worse. I've picked up a few things along the way. See mail, how it's written in red, mail, means I can't equip it. Now, while I'm here, if I look at this enemy, Growlkin level 4, you can see in the kind of right hand corner, it says Falmos 0 of 8. And if I look, I have a quest, Falmos 0 of 8. So what does that mean? That means that if I kill this enemy, it has a chance of dropping the quest item as part of its loot. So when I kill the enemy and loot the enemy, there's a chance I will get Falmos. The exact chance of actually getting it depends on the item. I think these have close to, if not 100% drop rate, so you'll get them every time you kill one, which is pretty handy, I hope. Because otherwise you're sort of left killing and killing and killing just to find them all. There we go, Falmos, good. See, there it is, so we need 7 more of those. So we'll just keep killing and getting all of those. Now, this has come off cooldown, so I'll show you what that does. When we pull an enemy towards us, if we hit it, the enemy can no longer see us, it leaves combat and runs away. So if we're getting in trouble, we can hit that, and hopefully, unless the enemy resists it, or if they're high level they might kind of see through our trickery, but hopefully they don't, and we can get out of trouble, particularly if we're almost dead and the enemy isn't. Yeah, so 3 of 5 enemies killed, and you see we've almost leveled up to level 3. Oh, that didn't take long at all. Okay, so killing boars, la-di-da-di-da. Things do get more exciting, especially when we get a pet. And I really love the hunter class, which is why I chose to do it for Let's Play, and we will have a lot of fun exploring all the different tactics you can use as a hunter as they become available, but at the moment we can't do much. Okay, but we have reached level 3. Gain 17 hit points and 21 mana, strength by 1, agility by 1, and stamina by 1, as they've gone up. At this point you may be tempted to go back and get more skills from that trainer. Waste of time, because at this stage of World of Warcraft, in terms of development, in terms of the game, you only get skills every 2nd level, if that. A bit later on, post level 60 and stuff, you can get them at kind of odd numbered levels, but otherwise you'll get them sort of level 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. So you see that we've killed all those, and there's a hand in there now, but let's go talk to this person that's supposedly missing, and we'll kill some enemies along the way, because as I said, it makes things a bit more interesting, and it gives us something to do, and it gives us more loot, which means, well, loot isn't that useful to us, but it gives us more money, which will be useful to us, and the all-important experience, because the more experience we have, the stronger we are, and the stronger we are, the easier the quests will be to complete, because the easier the enemies will be to kill. These enemies here used to be aggressive. See how they got a yellow name above them? That means they're neutral, and it means that when we get close to them, they don't really care. Until we attack them, they won't attack back. If they had red above them, they would attack back. But yeah, Blizzard changed it to make it a little bit easier for starting players, so makes our lives easier. And You can also see that in the chat box, you've seen as I've been fighting, you will have seen your skill in bows has increased to 12. Your skill in bows has increased to 13. If you press C to bring up your character and skills, you'll see bows, daggers, defense, two-handed axes, and unarmed. Depending on your class, if you're playing a different class, you'll see different skills. The higher you are to filling this, the more chance you've got of hitting the enemy with your bow. Defense, if that's higher, the enemy won't be able to, well, for now let's just say the enemy won't be able to hit you as hard. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but for now that's all you need to know. Your defense goes up just by taking hits. And your skill in bows goes up by using your bow. So, same as your skill in two-handed axes goes up by using two-handed axes. So we found the friend. How did you know I was here? Well, we do have a map, so... Okay, I've been bitten very badly by a spider. Oh, how unfortunate. And we need to speak to somebody to find out... well, to find out how to cure them, I guess. Or to at least alert them that their friend's been bitten by a spider. Okay, now... we don't have any time limit to this, so that's okay. So because of that fact, I'm going to go over here and kill some of those growls to get the moss. 32 crit. That's nice. And you also see that by doing the quest, our reputation went up. Again, pressing C to bring up the character screen, and we get Reputation tab. And you can see these are the Alliance factions. If you Horde, you'll see different factions. And you'll experience many factions throughout World of Warcraft as we progress through the game. Reputation's going up with Darnassus because that is the area we're in. If we zoom out of the map, Teldrassil, Darnassus is the capital area, and we're Night Elves, so our faction is Darnassus. We're kind of belong to Darnassus, I guess you could say. If you are a Draenei, if you make the unfortunate choice of becoming one of those, I don't like them because they're very ugly. Hopefully I don't offend too many people by saying that. You will be part of Exodar. If you're a gnome, you'll be part of Gnomeregan Exiles. Dwarves are part of Ironforge, and humans part of Stormwind. So, if you're doing quests as those, you'll get reputation for that. So if we do some quests later for some gnomes, most likely our Gnomeregan reputation will go up. Getting their reputation up to the next level, i.e. getting this to 6,000 and beyond, means we can get some discounts on some items, and later on reputation becomes important because certain items are only available to purchase and acquire at certain reputation levels, but for the moment you can probably just ignore it, and because it will just go up by itself as we complete the quests. Our primary goal at the moment is just to complete these quests. I suppose our secondary goal by doing that is to level up. And the purpose of leveling up is to get stronger and be able to level up higher, to get stronger, to be able to level higher, to get stronger, to be able to level up, etc. At least until we hit level 80, and then the game kind of changes focus a fair bit. So we're running around killing these. I've got 4 more to kill. I won't bore you with the details of those. Oh, sorry, 3 more to kill. So I'll pause it and I'll resume it when I've killed the next 3. Hopefully nothing too exciting happens in the meantime.